with a 125 Honda.
Yeah.
Then I went to 175, went to 350, took the 350 to Canada. What a trip that was.
Nice, huh?
Beautiful,
yeah.
Yeah, beautiful way, right? It was in the summertime, right? Yeah, you know, water beds, you know, the motel, right?
Yeah.
I turned the heat up on the water bed. Right? They kept wanting to do a sweat. How come this bed's so warm? Hey, you know, one of them's gonna be hot. I mean, you know.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, you gotta have fun, right? While you can.
Yeah.
You know, life's too short to be miserable. What are you gonna do? Yep. Meet nice people wherever you go. See if my camera's on. I don't see no light. Yeah, it's recording. Cool. So we're gonna go ahead and ride. Talk about whatever comes to my mind. Beautiful morning, but it's windy. It's actually nice, man. What is it, about 68? Something like that. So I just want to do this motor vlog while I still have things in my head, you know what I mean? Like about the trip and stuff, you know. Guys, if you watched that trip, it was a good trip, man. I went up alone. It was great, you know. I can't say the bike didn't break down on me. She ran pretty damn good. And what else, you know? I can't ask for more than that. The only thing that happened was the Ultra Classic. It overheated in New York. I mean, those roads are just crazy traffic. Not the place to own a Harley Davidson. You know, if I lived in New York, I gotta be honest with you, I wouldn't own a Harley. Not an air-cooled bike in that city. You'd be overheating every freaking 2-3 miles. It's just incredible how much traffic there is up in that area. I mean, it's bad. You need something that can withstand the heat, you know, something that's water-cooled. Some type of bike that's water-cooled, you know, because you're doing a lot of stops at a lot of lights, man. Yeah, Harleys will overheat in that city. Not the place for them. Like I said, the bike overheated on me. I had to pull over. It's kind of hard in New York City to pull over because if anybody's ever been up there, they double park everywhere, and it's like no place to freaking put anything or any, you know, or park your bike. It's horrible. So I finally found a spot, pulled over. Wasn't legally parked, but I had no choice at that point. This thing was just so overheated. Not to mention it was cooking my legs. So I pulled over, checked the oil. It looked like water was in my tank. That's how hot that oil was. I'm gonna have to make a U-turn here. Missed the road. Alright. Where was I? Yeah, so I pulled over, you know, I had to let the bike cool down for like 20 minutes. Got back on the road. She was running okay. Oil was thin as hell. Looked like water was in the oil tank. Couldn't even get a reading on the dipstick. That's how thin the shit was. I think that's why I used a 1/4 of a quart of oil. It's because it got so hot and it just, you know, pretty much pissed right through the piston rings. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I'm going to guess. Because she's pretty good on oil. I don't really use a whole lot of oil on this bike, except when she overheats like that. Alright, so the bike's overheating, right? So I pull over and all that. But the worst part about it, right, it wasn't even the bike that was overheating for me. The worst part is on these Harleys, on the right side, you got the exhaust pipes that run right by your leg, right? The one in the back is right where your leg is. It's freaking so hot right there. Even on a good day, you got all that heat just coming up underneath your leg. It's, I don't know. I think Harley needs to come up with a better design. They got to run that pipe somewhere else or do something. I don't know, but it's just not practical where it's at. I know they have an aftermarket exhaust system you could put on these that'll actually run just one pipe to the left and run the other one underneath, and eliminates that pipe on the right. Well, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not paying $1,200 freaking, right, to modify my Harley so I don't cook my leg. You know, Harley Davidson, you need to do a better design. You need to change that, do something with it. I mean, I can't believe all these years you haven't addressed that exhaust pipe by the right leg. You know? And this is why I think they're losing a lot of people, a lot of customers. You know, I'm a Harley guy. I like Harleys, you know. I haven't always been a Harley guy. I mean, I've ridden all kinds of bikes. You know, I started out on Yamaha, Suzuki. I like the Harleys. I just like the way they look. I think they're a gorgeous motorcycle. And I'm also going to tell you, there's a lot of things that can improve on these. You know, they're all worried about losing customers and riders, and I think the problem is one, A, they're too expensive, right? You're talking a $32,000 motorcycle, $23,000 and up, right? Ultra classes, what are they now? 30, 32. Who the hell can afford that? Nobody in my class can afford that, that's for sure. How the hell am I supposed to buy one of these things? This is why, hence, I get used. I buy my cars used because I can't afford new shit. Especially a motorcycle. How the hell am I supposed to justify buying a motorcycle when the price of the motorcycle is more than all 3 cars that I own put together? Straight up, no lie. It just, I can't justify that. And you wonder why, Harley, you're losing customers. You wonder why, you know, these young kids, they can't afford a $30,000 motorcycle. Hell, 20 grand's pushing it. You know, this is why Yamaha and Kawasaki and Suzuki, they got the market on you guys. Because they are catering to those kind of people. And here's a newsflash, Harley. There's more of those people than there are freaking rich people. I hope Harley Davidson hears what I got to say. You know, I really don't care. You know, I'm not buying new bikes. I'm buying their used bikes. Because I can't afford a new bike. And I make decent money. You know, I work for a living. But I can't justify the prices. You know, and then you get a bike and it's like, shit's broken on it. They don't want to fix it. Like my brother bought a Street Glide a few years back. Brand new off the showroom floor. He's having a hard time with Harley Davidson, right? He paid 23 grand for this stupid bike. He's having a hard time with them to warranty shit on the bike. The wheels, chrome's coming off. Oh, we can't do that. And they gave him an ultimatum one day, right? He fixed the computer or do the rim. Then I got to cover both. I'm like, really? So, you know, I told my brother, I said, I parked the bike there and tell him to call you when both of them are done. Then I wouldn't make another payment on it. Hey, that's just me. But then again, I wouldn't have bought a new bike, you know. You know, that's another reason I buy used stuff, you know. At least a couple of years old. If you're going to buy something a couple of years old. Because by then, all the kinks and shit that's wrong with it is all worked out. Trust me. Buying a brand new vehicle doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. You know, they want your business and your money, but they treat you like crap. You know? Listen, they did the work on it, right? They told him, hey, come to us to do the exhaust. That way it's all covered under warranty. So he pays like $1,600 to put a, I think it's Vance & Hines with the ovals. Really nice exhaust, man. Sounds sweet. Not overly loud. It's got a good tone to it. But, hey, $1,600, they do the computer thing and everything else, right? He gets it back, starts acting up. It's running weird, right? They screwed up the pin on the computer. One of the connector pins. Now he's got to fight with him to get that shit replaced. Are you shitting me? You know, so, you know what? It's a combination of a lot of things, Harley Davidson. You guys are pricing your bikes way out of the market here. Upper middle class and rich people are probably the only ones who can afford them at this point. I don't know a lot of guys who's buying a brand new bike unless they're mortgaging their house for the damn thing. You know, and then they regret it. So what do you think? You think you're going to get a customer that's going to come back? I don't think so. Anyway, guys, these views here, this is all, we're going down to Bristol, Rhode Island, just for a quick motovlog ride here, just to do a motovlog. So that's all I got for today, man. Thanks for listening to my babble here on whatever goes Thursdays. Is it Whatever Goes Thursdays? What have I been calling this thing? I don't even know. Anyway, like, subscribe. While you're down there, hit the notification button and help me spread the word, man. Share the videos if you like them, and if you don't like them, don't forget, hit a dislike. All right, everybody, peace. Be safe. Keep the wheels on the road. Ciao.